Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me. Quick reminder as always, please join me on Locals and join my mailing list as well. Joining on Locals is free of charge. However, if you would like to support me, my work and my channel, you can do it there or via PayPal, Patreon, or purchasing my books that I very much appreciate. Today, I would like to talk to you about two things. There is one specific topic that I think is causing a lot of confusion, and I wanted to look more into it. What is really the legal procedure? What are the legal steps in case if a refugee would like to vote in Poland? There has been a lot of talk about the Ukrainian refugees in Poland and that they could vote in Polish elections. So I spent a little time looking into this and I would like to share those informations with you. I will be reading a lot today, so I hope you're okay with this. First of all, let's start with an update. So since February 24th, since the special military operation has started, more than 7 million refugees from Ukraine have crossed Polish-Ukrainian border. And according to the Guard, they were mainly women and children. I would say mainly from my observations, being in a town that is not Warsaw or Krakow, is not that close to the Ukrainian border, there has been a lot of young men as well. So just yesterday, on the 16th of October, 25,000 refugees came to Poland. Today, which is the 17th, by 7 a.m., the border was crossed by 6,700 people. In total, over 5,028,000 refugees have returned to Ukraine from February 24th. What is important here is that since February 24th, 1,225,000 Ukrainians have received the PESEL number. PESEL number is an identification number that we have in Poland. And I would like to stay on this topic here because there are some comments that just by having this number, you can actually vote, and it's not really the case. So let me tell you, because I have a lot of things written down here. This is an article from very pro-government, pro-Ukrainian portal, but actually it provides some accurate information in case of this particular situation with PESEL. The PESEL that was granted, so that identification number that was granted to Ukrainian refugees is for the medical services, is for, I believe, some financial support, this 500 plus that was offered, and is valid for a year and a half. And now I'm quoting that article. It says, contrary to false information appearing on the internet, the fact of receiving a PESEL number does not give you the right to vote in elections. It is only about making it easier for refugees from Ukraine to benefit from healthcare or undertake legal work. Since this is strictly pro-Ukrainian portal, I wanted to look more into it. If there is really such a law that states who can vote, if refugee can vote, if a foreign citizen can vote in Poland. But I will continue with this article first. According to the law in force from the beginning of 2018, every foreigner who permanently registers in Poland for a period longer than 30 days has the right to obtain a PESEL number. Basically, it gets it from a vending machine. Each holder of the resident card has such a number. Thanks to it, a person can, for example, deal with official matters or pay taxes. So who can vote in election in Poland? The PESEL number granted to the foreigner does not give the right to actively participate in elections. Article 62 of the Polish Constitution clearly states that every Polish citizen has the right to vote in parliamentary, presidential, local government, or European elections after he or she turns 18 years old. But the Article 10 of the Electoral Code extends the issue. It confirms that only adult Polish citizens vote in elections to Sejm and Senate, as well as in the elections of the President of the Republic of Poland. Also, according to the EU treaties and the EU directive of December 19th, 1994, EU member states are obligated to allow citizens of other EU countries residing permanently in their territory to vote in election to local authorities and to the European Parliament. The condition is, however, EU citizenship. However, without Polish citizenship, even a permanent citizen of another EU country will not vote in the presidential or parliamentary elections. On the other hand, Ukrainian citizens could vote in Poland only if they also had Polish citizenship. It does not matter whether they have PESEL number or not. Before I will give you my thoughts, my comments here, I want to say, 1 second, I think this is it in this topic. I want to say one more thing that is very important. Because I was thinking, all right, so is there anything that can grant that citizenship to the refugees and then allow them to vote? And I came across this from Polityka portal. Granting Ukrainians the right to vote in national elections, parliamentary in 2023 and presidential in 2025, would require Polish citizenship. That can be obtained by recognition, which is associated with the need to meet certain conditions, in particular, a several-year stay in Poland and knowledge of the language, or, this is the key point, I believe, or thanks to granting by the president. The president is not limited by any conditions and may grant Polish citizenship to any foreigner. So how I see this? Well, I think you kind of, maybe you're catching my thoughts right now, because it can be done. It can be granted. Nothing like this is taking place right now, but as you know, many of you know that the main party in Poland doesn't have that level of approval as it portrays it has. Those truly are illusions and optics. So the citizenship can be granted. Nothing like this is happening at this point, but with a certain number of refugees, you never know. Like I said, 1,225,000 has received the PESEL number. Again, this PESEL doesn't mean they can vote at all, but you know, this is my first thought. It's very, very possible. It can be done. It would be enormous amount of refugees that are granted the right to vote. I don't know how this will go. Maybe I'm just, you know, I'm guessing, who knows? It might not be the case. But those are the key points. So just being a refugee and having the PESEL number, it doesn't mean you can actually vote for Polish president or other officials. Another thing is, it looks like you have to be the citizen of European Union. So, well, who knows if the certain part of Ukraine becomes Polish. And I'm not trying to make statements here. This is just me thinking out loud, because, you know, Poland is in EU already, right? So there you have it. It's just me. Leave the comments down below. I know some haters will be all over it, but that's all right. You know, I delete. Because this is not about hating, this is about having some logic and being aware what's taking place. One more information for you guys I have about something that took place this last weekend, the Saturday on the 15th. There was a protest that was taking place in Warsaw at the front of Russian embassy. I don't know exactly the number of how many Ukrainians, and I believe some Polish were there too, but mainly Ukrainians have gathered, and they were demonstrating, trying to create a symbolic voting at the front of that embassy. That symbolic vote was held to join Poland in the area where the embassy building is located. So they were referring to the referendums in Ukraine, and they said that they want to, in a way, obtain or like ask that part of the land, the real estate where the Russian embassy is not belonging to the Russian embassy, if this makes sense. So they actually were holding their own referenda. Yeah, to join Poland in the area where the embassy building is located. They were referring to the referenda in Ukraine. How interesting is all of this? That's all I have for you today. I hope that information about getting those PESEL numbers and if the refugee from Ukraine can vote here has been clarified, because at this point, they cannot vote unless something changes in the law, or they will be granted the citizenship in Poland by the president of Poland, which is not happening yet. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to check if you still are subscribed to my channel. Turn on the notification bell, leave the thumbs up while we still can. Quick note about this, you don't really know how long they will allow those thumbs up or the hearts or the clapping hands or the monkey emojis, etc. Because, yeah, lately they are offensive, I heard. Thank you guys, and I will see you soon in the next video. Lots of love.